And here we are, we've solved it, guys. Loops are the most common type of algorithms, or the most used tool in solving algorithms. An example of using loops is finding the largest element in a list, or the second largest element in the list, or the challenge we will solve today, which is the third maximum number in a list. Given an integer array nums, return the third distinct maximum number in this array. If the third maximum does not exist, return the maximum number. So let's look at the code real quick. First thing, we define the fm, sm, and tm, which are first maximum, second maximum, and third maximum, to none. Then we start a loop for each number in nums. After that, inside the loop, we check for this dull first maximum and dull second maximum to check if the numbers hasn't changed. If so, we skip the for loop and continue to the next number. Then we get into the core logic of updating the first, second, and third maximum. If the first maximum equals none, which means we haven't defined it, or the number is higher than the first maximum, then we update all three. If the second maximum is still none, or the number is higher than it, then we update it and the third distinct maximum. And lastly, if only the third maximum is none, or the number is higher than it, then we just update the third maximum. Then we check if the third maximum is defined, return it, otherwise return the first maximum. Let's look at the examples. First example, we get 3, 2, 1 as the nums array. So first we define the first, second, and maximum number. Then we check if dull first maximum or dull second maximum. If not, we keep going through the loop. Then we check if the first maximum is null. We define the three values. Then we go through the second loop. Now we are at the 2. So we update the second and the third maximum to be 2 and none. And now we are on the last number, which is 1. We update the third maximum to be 1. And then we check. And since it's defined, we just return 1.
Nice.
In the second example, we got the numbers 1 and 2. So first we check if there is dull first maximum or second maximum. There is, so we update first maximum and second maximum and third maximum. In the second loop we check, and then we check if the first number has a higher number. Yes, so we update the numbers, and we check if the third maximum is defined. It's not, so we just return the first maximum. The third example, we got 4 numbers, 2, 2, 3, and 1, a bit tricky, so let's go through it. First thing, we define the 3 maximums as none. Then we check if the first maximum is dull, or the second maximum is dull. That is none. We check if the first maximum is none, or the number is higher than the first maximum. So since it's still none, we update the third maximum to be the second maximum, the second maximum to be the first maximum to equal the number we're at, which is the 2. We go to the second loop. Now the number equals 2 again. Since there is a dull, or the number hasn't changed, we continue, which like skips the loop. Now we are on the 3. We check if there is dull. There is not. We check if the number is higher than the first maximum. It is, so we update all 3 maximums. We get to the 1. We check, it's not. We check to the second, it's not. We check the third, it is. So we just return the third maximum, which is 1. If you enjoyed this video, there's a whole series on the channel. You can click here to watch it.